I'm back. This is part two. I needed my hands. I'm creating. I forgot to tell y'all that. But I went and there was all of my family. And that happened a few times. And for some reason, every time I was scared. Paranoia is a big thing too when you're sick. But it was something about when my son lifted me up off the floor after I sat them in a circle and told them what mommy had. It was a really light feeling. It didn't even feel like he lifted me up. It was as if I floated up. My son was little. He was young. My oldest son. He wasn't like a baby young, but he was young. And I wasn't 83 pounds yet. I was still, had meat on me because I wasn't taking my treatments yet. I was about to. I was about to change. That was my point of telling you. But it was something about the way he lifted me off the floor that made me know that everything was going to be okay. I felt like a feather. I felt like a feather. And my son put both of his arms underneath mine, and he lifted me up. And it didn't feel like he had to tug or pull or any of that. It was just that was God telling me that it was gonna be okay. After all I have done, that was God telling me I was gonna be okay. Um, they tell me that I'm going to have the colostomy on me for 9 months. Nine months is what they say. So I go back there now for my checkup. At first I had to go every 3 months, then I had to go every 6 months. Then now it's every year. But I found a way to go like every 6 months. So oncology. And that put me in another depression. Because I accepted the fact that I didn't accept it. I didn't accept it that I was going to have a colostomy on my stomach for 9 months. I didn't accept that. But I accepted it. I said, okay, I did this cancer. I can do this 9 months. That's how I felt. Well, I didn't I'm sorry, I didn't do this cancer because um, I was in the midst of it, and after my radiation and after my chemo, um, I was still sick. It's the medication that makes you sick. When a person finds out they have cancer, you get sick because you get depressed. You automatically think death. You automatically think about your loved ones. If you have children, you think about them first. You just you automatically think of death when you hear the word cancer. Um, so after the chemo and the radiation, now the doctors basically said, it was up to my body to accept the medication, the chemo and the radiation. That's medication. So it was up to my body to accept the medication. And when I tell you that that was the sickest I ever been in my life, other than a mental illness, mental total things, we're gonna get to that too. But it was the sickest I've ever been. And I said, okay, we're gonna do the surgery. It's not like I had a choice. I didn't have a choice. But in the meantime, the surgery had to be scheduled. And I stayed in the hospital a couple of days, and then I was well enough to go home and go back to the hospital to get my surgery. But I ended up having to go back anyway. I think at this point, I was going back on purpose for the Deloitte. At this point, I was a full-blown drug addict. I was a full-blown drug addict. It made me not feel. It made me not feel the pain that I was going through. The pain of, number one, of my husband going to jail. Then years later, no, another situation had happened that I hurt my husband. Never say what you would never do. That's all I'm saying. Never say that you would never do, because the devil hears everything you say. And the things that come out of your mouth, he hears you. And when you say that you would never do something, somehow, whatever it is that you say that you would never do, start looking differently or start making sense. Or you don't even see it coming at all. But anyway, I go back to the hospital and I get the surgery. I don't know what number surgery this was, but this surgery, this one hurt my feelings twice because the first surgery I've had, I don't, to this day, my mom knew that history and I think she forgot some of it. But I don't remember what was the first one. I think it was a biopsy or something that they had to put me to sleep for. Um, I hate popcorn, but these caramel crunchy munch, it gets stuck in your teeth. I don't like that. But that doctor, that first doctor for that first surgery, when he put the needle in my arm to put me to sleep, he didn't like me. He didn't like me at all because he just pushed the medicine in my arm real hard and it burned and I screamed and I hollered and I screamed because it hurt. I never felt pain like that in my arm from a needle before, not even a cut. And I punched the living room window out before and got stitches all over. And I've never felt that kind of pain from a needle. Because when I went to get the surgery for the colostomy done, I was scared of that feeling. I thought that that was going to have to happen again. But when the doctor went in my arm and he put the needle in my arm, I felt nothing. I instantly became a little high. Then he put the mask on my face. And before I know it, I was waking up. But it was a lot of hours later. A lot of hours later. A lot of hours later. But I woke up, thank God. I remember I'm trying to see in what direction I want to go because it's two different stories that I'm going to tell from this because two different things happened. I'm trying to think which one I want to do first, and I think I'm gonna just do it in that order. But when I woke up, I was in the room by myself. I had this hole in my stomach. I felt my stomach. I had remembered, because for a second I forgot that that's why I was there. And I had this hole in my stomach, and there was a pair of scissors on the desk, on the table. You know, the little hospital table that they put in your room. And put, you know, they put your ice water and stuff on it and stuff like that. I used to always have my computer with me, my laptop with me. So I used to always have my laptop on there. And I remember grabbing them scissors because I had the urge to start stabbing my stomach. And I put them scissors down and I went to the door, my bedroom door, not my bedroom door. See, I told you it was home and I visited my actual home. Thank God it's not no more. But I went to my room that I was assigned in the hospital door to look around, and I didn't see anybody. And I was next to the front desk. Right, my room was right next to the front desk. And nobody was there. So I took the scissors and I threw them. I believe I threw them in the hallway because I really felt like doing that to myself. When I sat up, I mean, when I went back in my room and sat on my bed, because I had, this was the worst panic attack that I've ever had in my life as well. I hallucinated because I looked out the window to my left, and it was a big giant window. And it had to be about 3 o'clock in the morning because the hospital was empty. You seen probably a janitor walking around. Like I said, there was nobody at the desk when I went to the door. But I saw my 2 older children running around the front of the hospital. I can laugh about it now. I seen my 2 older children running around in front of the hospital. And they was finna fight. They was finna fight some other kids that was downtown. And I don't know why. I just remember banging on the window. And I was yelling my kids' names. And I kept looking and I was trying to get help. Yeah, the hallucination was real. I remember a lot of hallucinations. Oh, we're going to get to them. So, somehow I came back to my senses that my children wasn't at the hospital. They wasn't about to fight anybody. That, they wasn't about to fight anybody. I went back to the door because at this point, I couldn't breathe. I was short of breath. I felt my heart beating really fast. Like it was beating really fast. And I went back to the door. I made it back to the door. But this time I was holding on to stuff because I didn't want to, I felt like I was going to die and nobody was going to see me. That's how I felt. Well, I'm sorry. Sometimes I might be eating. Okay? I might be. I'm going to be myself on here. I'm not going to be nobody else but me. And if I want some country lunch. Sorry. But I went to the door. A nurse. There was that. Because right after I seen this nurse, I remember seeing about 3 doctors. Well, I'm gonna say 3 people. I know for a fact one of them was a doctor. I don't know if all three of them were doctors. Plus the nurse that I saw that was getting off the elevator. So it was four of them all together. But I remember they put me on the bed and they left the bed all the way up. And I began not to feel. I began not to feel. And when I say I began not to feel, I'm saying it felt like I was slipping out of here. It felt like I was slipping all the way out of here. And next thing I know, the room was full of doctors. They came from, I don't know where they came from. They was yelling my name. That's all I remember. They was moving really fast. I remember them moving really fast. And they was yelling my name. They was, Rakia, stay with me. Stay with us. I remember that. I remember them keep calling my name. They kept calling my name. Rakia, Rakia. I never replied because I was somewhere else. And I wasn't scared. I didn't, I didn't, I don't remember being in the place like heaven or hell. I don't remember being in the garden or nothing like that. I don't remember talking to anybody. It was just like I went somewhere. I was still in the hospital room. I still saw what was going on, but a memory is coming while I'm telling you this. But I'm not going to say it because I don't remember if it's 100% right. But I'm not gonna say it because I don't know if it's 100% right, and I don't want to lie. So I heard them, Rakia, Rakia, Rakia. They called me. They hooked up all this machine to me. They was putting stuff in my IV. I have a report. I don't know if you can see it. It's right there. Listen, there's that mark right there. If you was to feel it, it's really hard because my veins were gone. They, I wasn't a good stick, and I had to do chemo, and they wasn't going to go through that every 3 times a week trying to find a vein. And then when they find a vein that would blow, they wasn't going to go through all that. So they put a port in my chest before all this. Okay, so I remember them hooking up bags. I seen this stuff, but it's not like I was moving my head around and looking at them because I wasn't. I was just laying there. And I felt so peaceful. And they was calling my name. And I felt so peaceful. And once again, I remember waking up. This time it was daytime. My mom was here. She was crying. She was speaking with the doctor. And I woke up. She came in the room. And I had somehow remembered last night. So I I had to ask. I had to have asked what happened because what they gave me is what brought me back to reality and brought my heart rate down and stopped the cold. I was really cold. I remember being cold. They put one of them warming blankets on me. Oh my gosh. Like that. And when they did that, that was the best hospital in the world because I have never been to a hospital that done that. Jefferson was the best. That's where I was at, Jeff. The food was good. I ordered what I wanted, and the food that I ordered, that what I wanted, it was good. Now we talking 2012, 2013. We talking around that time, so I'm not vouching for them now. Okay, just make that clear. Okay, I heard some stuff since then, but I know what God done for me there. So okay, but me and my mom hugged, and I teared up. You know, um, they said, what was it that they gave me? They brought me back. And I was like, are you serious? They gave me 2 shots of 2 milligrams Xanax, liquid Xanax. So 4 milligrams of Xanax is what they ended up giving me. That made me come to as far as making my heart rate go down. They put a warming blanket on me. I remember them putting that warming blanket on me. That's all I remember. And then I remember waking up. I don't remember them lowering the bed. Um, I do remember a doctor saying something like something about his pager. I'm not going to say the exact words because I don't want to lie. So it was something about his pager. That's it. So the surgery was done. I was hurt because growing up, I was decent, so I thought that was the street me, like the street me, just the one that wanted to party and go to the clubs and drink, and I was venting the wrong way. Instead of going right, I went left. And I had a appearance that I used to like to keep up. As far as when I got dressed, I always had on some type of stiletto heel. I'm talking about stiletto heel. Skin, real skin heels. I'm only speaking of it now because today I can't wear them. It came to a time during the time of me having the colostomy where I stopped walking for some reason. Well, because it hurt me real bad to walk. So, I named everything over again. My husband going to jail. Me hurting my husband that I had to forgive myself for. That's what it was. I didn't forgive myself. So that's why it was beating me up. My ex-boyfriend, becoming my ex, my best friend passing away, my ex-boyfriend telling me what he did, my, not my first day, but one of my days of chemo. Um, on top of the fact that, say no, on top of the fact that I had very low self-esteem. Um, very low self-esteem. I looked at, to me, I was so ugly. Looking back, like when I, you was able to see every bone in my face, every bone in my chest cavity, my collarbones, my shoulder bones, the actual bone that start that bone. Um, mm, it was the race. But my face, I kind of looked at a little. I don't know. I don't want to put a name of something else on it, but I look at them pictures and I'm like, when my dad passed away, I posted them on my Instagram. I posted them. My mom and my sisters was always trying to take me out and make me feel good. And I didn't mind going out, but I did because I couldn't dress how I usually would dress. I couldn't walk. So it was like, them days was just horrible. Okay, fast forward. I go to get my checkup. And the doctor says, can't get the colostomy off that. What do you mean? What are you telling me? That you can't get the colostomy off yet. That's not what you told me. Y'all told me that I was only going to have this colostomy on for 9 months. Y'all didn't tell me that I may only have this colostomy on for 9 months. Y'all didn't tell me that there was a possibility that I may have the colostomy on for longer than 9 months. Y'all didn't tell me that. Y'all said 9 months. Y'all said 9 months, and y'all even went into explaining the procedure on how y'all was going to put me back together. When y'all told me that I had to get the colostomy, y'all went far. So they said, okay, well, we'll see next time. We'll see next time. Okay. I went back next time. They said no. You can't get it off yet. about my 5th year of having a colostomy on my stomach, they finally told me that I would never get the colostomy off my stomach. Never? They said never. So why didn't y'all tell me that? Why didn't y'all tell me that that was a possibility? Why did y'all lead me to believe that, number one, I was getting this off in 9 months? Then, number two, that I just wasn't ready. My body wasn't ready for it to come off. Two, you will never get this removed. Okay. That was hard. That was extremely hard. It is 8 years later, and I still have it on. In the beginning, years of me having it on, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to dress. I didn't know what to put on to make me dress nice. I didn't know how to do it. Um, so,
Literally some.
So 1 second. It'd be me, remember? Um, I don't have another one.
Mom, it's nothing in here.
Go ahead and take it. Go ahead. You just know me and know. That's all. Matter of fact, yes I do. Get it, please. I know I do. Yep. Thank you. That's my baby girl. She's part of me. So, and I'm not going to start this over because of that little interruption. My nephew wanting juice. Give us behind some sugar water and call it a night. How about that? But that was a hard pill to swallow as well. That I'll never get it off. Am I going to take that for a final answer? No. I'll come back. Right back, I promise. Like I did the last time.